3, 2, 1.
Let's go. What's up, everyone? We're just gonna wait a little bit till everybody's here. Hit that like button. It's a miracle. Using my words to let my wall down like Jericho. Here we go again. Try to put it again. Easier to look for reverb than revenge. What is up, kings and queens? Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your night to come vibe with us. I go by the name of It's Vante Pones, a co-host here at PurpleHaze at Night, representing PurpleHaze Nation and also working the board here. Please pay attention to the board, but on YouTube it's probably whatever. Anyways, I teamed up with some kings in their own right. They have their own business, their own brands, their own segment of the show. They are my best friends representing Utica, New York. Let's start with the entrepreneur representing visionary vending.
What's up, everyone? Hope y'all have a good night. My name is Dude Black, aka Jules B3. Thankful the Nuggets had a great trade deadline this week. Whew. We're elite. It's getting scary out there.
Which I picked up.
I'll tell that later.
He got jokes. All right, let's see who's representing Hooper's Rehab. Come on.
What's good, PurpleHaze at Night? It's your boy Ibn, aka Ibington, aka Khalif. Follow me on Instagram. And I mean, I don't know how I feel about the Trailblazers trade because we lost JTG, so Gary Trent. So he was a big piece for us, and so was Rodney Hood, and they're looking like they're doing really good, beating us right now as we speak.
No.
I mean, our roster looks good. I mean, we got Nurk back, so let's see how we do it.
Hope he stays healthy, though.
We got it, but they're gonna be nice.
So if you didn't catch that, Ibn represents Hooper's Rehab. If anytime that you forget or you want to go follow, pay attention to the board. Here it's on my screen and it's on the board. Who we got representing Nomadic Voices?
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Top Busy, aka Tabo. I mean, we here to do our thing, so I'm looking forward to what we have in store for today.
Yes, bro. It's always elite. Now, before we even get to anything, the first thing that us kings like to do is say something positive that happened in the last 7 days. And I go first, put myself in the hot seat. Something good that happened to me in the last 7 days is I got an opportunity at work to help this couple move, and I'm getting paid double. So getting paid $40 an hour just to help him move for a few hours. You feel me? So you know. Wifey wants to go to Israel next year, and our wedding ceremony that we are inviting you to next year. So there's a lot of things we're trying to save up for. So keep coming, the bag keep coming. You know what's your mom used to say? Julius, Motize. What she say? Doing
Like checks in the mail.
Checks in the mail. Abundance.
There was a few sayings I just can't remember.
My bad. What about you, Julius? Something good that happened to you in the last 7 days?
Man, all about vending. So I got 3 of my parts that I needed to switch out in the mail. I fixed it with the help of my photographer at Dame Nugent, and I got a little YouTube video coming soon about that. What else? And now people can pay with their phones, so that's a good thing that I got. and I got my vending machine clean
Woo!
by Be Natural. They're pretty dope.
A lot of good things, man. A lot of good things.
Yes.
I like that.
We're making moves out here. We're getting in. We going into April pretty strong.
Woo!
Pretty strong. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
April showers bring May flowers. All right, Ibn. Something good that happened to you in the last 7 days. Keep it positive.
I started my application to get in graduate school at Cortland University, SUNY Cortland. Try to get into their exercise science program. Unfortunately, I wanted to get in their athletic training program, but they think that I would be better off getting in their exercise science and then transferring into their athletic training program. It is what it is. I'm not stressing it, but it's going to be a longer process. But also, I had a couple of mock interviews this past week, and one employer got back to me like right after the interview, and basically was impressed with what I said, and they didn't have a job opening for a wellness professional, but they're strongly considering it now, and they're thinking about giving the position to me once I graduate.
Wow.
So,
Come on. You had that one ready to go. Bro, that's amazing, bro. Congrats, man.
That's dope.
To
My turn?
Yeah, something good
The
that
hot
happened
seat now?
in the last 7 days.
Plus 7 days. Well, one thing is I got my tax return and my STEMI at the same time.
Let's go.
And I got my stimmy.
Let's go.
So we got a lot of money. I paid off my.
Hey, Julius, you're
Oh,
quiet,
he's
bro.
bragging.
No, I didn't mean like that. I didn't
Oh.
mean like that. But I paid off my car, not my car, my phone, my phone payments, and then I gave my dad a few $100 or some money, and then and I'm gonna take Tabo out. But then another good thing is you guys were all part of this. Wednesday, we hosted a virtual event, our first event for Nomadic Voices in 2021, and it turned out pretty well, I'll say.
Amazing, bro. It turned out amazing.
Yo, Vante, thank you for pulling up, bro. You did a lot, man. You did a lot, bro. You did your thing. You did your thing. Everybody did their thing. A lot of people were impressed. A lot of people are looking forward to another one. We have the 5 winners for our t-shirt giveaway. Unfortunately, Vante, you didn't win, but you're always a winner.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay, bro.
You're always a winner, Vante.
I don't want to win anything, bro. I was glad to be a part of it, bro. Like, for real. That was amazing. Can we just talk about that for a few minutes?
Of course, we could talk about that during my TV.
Bro, like,
how'd you feel about that, Vante?
Huh?
How'd you feel about the event?
I thought that was your first one.
Yeah,
bro. That turnout is a success. That's a success, bro. Like, there's just pass or fail, bro. You passed, bro. That was amazing. If that's your first one, and now you know where your marker is, you can grow from that. It's easy to grow from that. Like, as long as you keep making the right moves, you already are. Like, that was great, bro. You had every walk of life. You had producers, you had poets, you had rappers, and then you had just people that was just there to consume.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the whole point.
Did you record it?
Nah, I wasn't able to.
That's what I wanted to ask you too. Like, get that YouTube popping, bro, so you can run these back.
Word.
Like you can live stream straight from YouTube, bro. I'll show you. This is exactly what we're doing right now. Like,
what were you saying?
Go ahead.
I think the only issue was that I wasn't the host. Like, I wasn't the one that created the Zoom thing. You know what I mean? So
why can I ask why?
Because if I were to do it, my account's limited. Like, I can only do 45 minutes with like limited amount of guests.
Oh yeah? All right.
So the person that did host it, he let everybody in at the same time. So that's why I couldn't mute people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was wondering about that, but
yeah.
Is that all you need? You just need the license, the Zoom license?
Pretty much.
All right, bro. We gonna figure that. We gonna figure something out for you, bro.
Yeah, but we are gonna have another event, which kind of want to talk to Ibn about this. Well, all y'all about this, like afterwards, like some advice.
What's good?
But
Respecting hip hop. Thanks for coming through in the chat box. Appreciate you. Keep going.
We good, bro. We don't gotta talk about it.
yeah, I'm gonna talk about that after. We'll talk about it.
Of course, of course.
We talk about it after.
Well, well, the turnout was good. If you guys don't know what we're talking about Tabo's organization, full of positive energy called Nomadic Voices, and we had a Zoom meeting, which I was a little late, but I'm really glad that I really came there because I was having a long ass day, and that really boosted my mood. You know, because honestly, I was this close just to say like, "Yo, I'm gonna come through," but I don't know if I'm gonna perform. But I'm a man of my word. You feel me? And I'm so glad I did because you see my mood, like,
Yeah,
it's just a whole turnaround, and that's what art and music is supposed to do.
I think that's what our brand does to people that do pull up, even if you don't perform. Like you just want to perform afterwards. Like there was a couple people in that Zoom thing that didn't want to perform at first. Like they were nervous, they were shy. But then after like listen to others, it was like I want to say something too. You know what I mean? I think that's very essential to what we do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So
Building confidence, you feel me? And just to add on to what Tabo was saying, we strongly encourage everybody that's viewing to pull up to the next event whenever that information is disclosed. And yeah.
Amazing. Shout out to Kalani in the chat box. Shout out to Joe Marauder. I know there's a few more watching. If you guys just say what up, let us know you here, or at least hit the like button, turn those post notifications on, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at PurpleHaze at night. Before we get started to this next segment, I just want to say again, thank you for coming out tonight. You must be busy. Tonight is Sunday, and if you're taking time out of your night to come vibe with us, I appreciate you. We are kings and queens. This next segment is called Going with the Flow with Tabo. Now, last week, before we get started,
yep.
we do this thing every week where Tabo says a poem, and then you guys, the listeners, the watchers, the viewers, give Tabo an idea to write about for the next week. And this one was about, and correct me if I'm wrong, about laying on a beach.
Well, he said just beach vibe, so that's what I
Beach
was like, okay.
vibes, beach vibes. So, without further ado, this is Going with the Flow with Tabo, and here comes some beach vibes. Let's get it.
What's up? So, quick update. I've been reading a lot of poetry lately, and a lot of like not normal, but like the typical poems. Like usually I write pieces that are just straight through, like in the spoken word. But lately I've been reading a lot of poetry that have like stanza and rhyming schemes and shit like that. So this one, and those poems tend to be shorter but more concise in a way. So I try to write. So in this piece, I try to do something like that because that's what I've been reading a lot lately. And last week I forgot who suggested it. Do you remember Vante?
Yeah, it was out of a Rap Stars.
Okay, so shout out to Ottawa Rap Stars.
Yeah.
Um, this piece is called The Blizzard.
Okay. Okay,
Come
bro.
on, man. We just passing up the snow and you want
Nah, let him go.
It's
Let
called
him
The Blizzard for a reason, bro.
Oh,
It's called The Blizzard for a reason. Alright.
This was written by you though. Just
Yeah.
all right. We just want to say that.
say that.
The
Say
harsh
that.
winters are behind us now.
Mhm.
No more freezing weather. No more frostbite on our toes. No more hot chocolate on a Christmas morning to make things better. The summer is approaching, and the sun is out. Beach volleyball until 1 in the morning. Warm weather that brings people together. Playing frisbee with strangers you just met. Riding the waves, all while blasting music. We enjoy these moments that make us feel happy. But will this happiness last forever? So as we enjoy the waves and the shores, we still must prepare for the blizzard to come again.
Mm, I like it.
Word.
I like it.
What do you think, Jude?
Okay, my opinion on it is basically transitioning from like the cold season going into the warm season, and then just saying, don't forget, eventually we go back to the cold season. But during the warm season, there's so many things that we can do, you know, which I feel like we've done some of the things too, like frisbee and all that other stuff. So
Volleyball and shit.
yeah, I like it.
But do you?
Do I get a
Is there-
beach vibe from it?
Not beach. Well, I guess so.
I mean that I would say volleyball. I mean you could actually do both frisbee and volleyball on the beach.
Yeah.
I think of me personally. I think of MVCC. I think of a mixture,
Mhm.
because we've done those things, but not all at one spot. What about
We
you?
should talk about go for beach more, but yeah. What do you think, Evan?
I like how you incorporated the physical and the mental aspect that you can look at it, like going through the blizzard again, because like, we're based, well, most of us is based in upstate New York, so
Oh yeah.
the blizzard is definitely gonna come back again, so to speak, and then mentally, yeah, those. I know where I was going with
No,
that.
you good. What do you think, Vante? I'll hear
Alright,
all
alright.
y'all think before
Okay.
I start saying mine.
All right, listen.
Oh,
listen.
stop right
First off, amazing poem. Okay, congrats. Because you followed through. You followed through. You definitely followed through with the beach vibes, and I like what you did because we're from upstate New York, and I live in Ottawa, which you all know because this is what Julius reminded me the 1 year anniversary since Julius and Ibn came up. I don't think Tabo came up this time. But you did though. Y'all all came through at least one point in time to come tap in and check on the homie, and I appreciate that. But you got to remember, the sun could be out right now. The sun could be melted, but the snowstorm can come the very next day, the very next week. And I think it comes to a point where we anticipate the summer so much that it goes by so fast.
Mhm.
And instead of appreciating the both, during the winter, I don't know where I'm going with it either, but
Nah, you was on the right track.
but yeah, I like it. I like what you did. It was beach vibe, but it was like boom, here's a full-on winter, so it's like that's reality for real. You expected beach vibes, but then it's boom, here's the blizzard.
Well, thank you for your input. First of all y'all input was correct. You know what I mean? When I wrote this piece, I really try to think metaphorically. You know what I mean? Like, yes, winter is winter, summer is summer, but I was trying to really compare what winter is and realistically, not realistically, but what winter is in our personal life and what summer is in our personal life as well. So winter can be those struggles that we go through, right? But that's behind us now. But then once you overcome that struggle, you get to taste success for a bit, right? But you have to realize that you can't always be successful. You know what I mean? Like there's a beauty in the struggle, like what J. Cole said. So once you reach that success, once you reach that summer point, you have to accommodate that a winter is going to come again, a blizzard is going to come again, as in another issue will come again. But all that process is, what life is, the summer and the winters.
Word. I think the main takeaway is just plan strategically and just have like a plan because something can go wrong. And
have fun.
Have fun.
You know what I mean? Appreciate the good and the bad.
I always ask, how long did it take for you to write that?
To be honest, sure, I wrote this last minute. I wrote it today.
That's
You
good.
wrote it today.
Wow.
That's okay, bro.
That's elite right there.
That's definitely elite. I was telling wifey, wifey's in her like third year or one more year left for school. And she writes her best papers the night of, you
Mm.
know. And I told her, I was like, you're not just a full game player. Some players are only there for the last few minutes of the quarter, you
Yeah.
know, because that's where they're best in. You know, sometimes you just best in the clutch, bro. You best in the clutch, Tabo.
Well, I won't advise people to procrastinate, but I've been busy this week.
That's a fact.
But like I ran outside today during the when it was pouring. When I came back home, I took a shower, and then I sat down and I was like, yo, I got a lot of ideas in my head about this poem. And then that's where all the ideas start rushing in. And then how I approached the poem, starting with winter and comparing it, to like real world situation, I guess.
Did you do any research while writing this, or was everything just off the bread?
I didn't necessarily sort of research, but I did listen to music while I was in the shower to kind of help me get some ideas. Like I listened to like what's that one person, bro? Like I listened to a lot of Childish Gambino when I was in the shower,
Okay,
sober, like summer vibes. You know what I mean? Like any song that had like a summer vibe, I was just
that's
yeah.
pretty interesting. You listen to music to get inspiration from for poetry.
Well, music is poetry too, so
That's true. That's true. All right. So right now in the chat box on YouTube, I know you hear the sound of my voice.
Oh my God.
We want to both have another, what's the word, topic?
yeah, yeah.
For next
I
week.
yep.
And you can be a part of this. All right. So let us know right now in the chat box what you want to hear for going with the flow with Tabo. We'll pick the best one or the only one, whichever come first. Let's go. Thank you, Tabo.
I'll
That was
try.
oh.
I'll try my best.
That's all we ever asked for, my guy. All right. I'm all right, I'm gonna do a little shameless plug here. Listen, I got a brand new song coming out soon. It's called House All Day. All right. This pandemic got us all in the house all day. You feel me? And I'm only gonna play a snippet. But here we go. Coming with Mitches at Burma Room with some bitch to make an equal dollar. So holla if you feel me or just shut up. There's liberty and struggle in my words to let my wall down like Jericho. Here we go again. Try to put the weed down, I'm using it again. Easier to look for revert and revenge. Fucking open door, man, I'm taking it off the hinge. Cause I've been in the house all day on it. All right, that's enough. That's enough. It's a
You don't want to
You didn't
get
get
too
the hook?
much.
It's a
What?
Can I get the hook?
Ah man, maybe later, bro. I get hey bro. Hey, bro, just all day, all day. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Now listen up. This next segment is what everybody's been waiting for because we end up finding out something that we didn't know before entering this podcast, and we gotta appreciate the homie for that. So without further ado, this next segment is called Speaking Facts with Jew Blacks. Everybody on give it up, give it up, give it up. All day, all day. I've been in the house all day, all day.
Sir. We've been in the house all day because it's been raining.
Facts.
Tabo's different though, because he ran in the rain. But
I feel like a 90s R&B star.
Okay.
It's elite.
All right. So my word of the day, I sent it to Vante. I don't know if you got it, bro.
I got it, bro.
Okay, but the word of the day is palmary. 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 It means having or deserving to have the palm of victory or success. Praiseworthy. So, if everybody doesn't know today is considered Palm Sunday. I drove around the city of Utica a little bit in this Catholic church. A couple people had palms in their hand. That was pretty cool to see. And so I want to kind of give an origin of where the word comes from. It says palmary, deserving the palm of victory, praiseworthy, comes from the Latin adjective palmarius. As an adjective, palmarius means pertaining to palm trees, and somewhat less nobly, the fee for an advocate who wins his case. Let's see. Let me go down further. I don't really like anything else that it says, but I like where it says having or deserving to have the palm of victory. I feel like we all deserve to have that palm of victory at some point in our lives. Like Tabo was saying, we're going to have ups and downs, you know. So our palm of victory could be in the up, it could even be in the downs. You know, sometimes you find yourself more in the downs than in the ups. Kobe said sometimes he found more about himself when he lost than versus when he won. And I agree with that mostly because there's times with my vending business where I feel like, dang, like why does one thing happen after the next? But I learn through those tough situations or things that happen with it. And then people on the outside just see what I post. But sometimes I like to keep it clear, like not everything is what it seems. It's harder, you know. But I think that's what life, you know, what do y'all think about the palm of victory, or what's your take on it?
Michael Jordan. Palm of victory. That sounds very religious, and I know the word, so yeah. So that makes sense. Um, it's it's very poetic, like the term the palm of victory.
Mhm.
It talks about, in a way, like enjoyment of success. That's kind of how I got out of it. Um, Obviously, you don't want that to go over your head, and people, you can be arrogant afterwards. When you become too much successful and get that, blow your head up. But I feel like you can. I feel like especially us, we work hard a lot, but sometimes it's good to just step back and appreciate how much you progress. With the vending machine, with Kobe Bryant and his work ethic. With all of us and what we do.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like how you put it in perspective that when something doesn't go your way, you can still learn, and that could be kind of a victory and all that. I've had some situations like that. Pretty sure we all had some situations like that, and yeah, I thought it was a good word.
Thanks.
Yeah, Paul Murray. I didn't even know it was Palm Sunday. Keep it real with you. So like I really did learn something new today. Um yeah, I think everybody should always be in a state of Paul Mary, but I do think that takes hard work and dedication. No one's just in a state of Paul Mary having or deserving to have the palm of victory. Everybody ain't deserving,
Mm.
So like it feels good to have the victory, but it also feels good to actually deserve it. And
Agreed.
that's where I want to be in life.
Yes, sir.
I mean, obviously there's cases. I was going to ask, how do you feel about people who have received recognition, but in a way doesn't deserve it?
Huh. Huh. Yo, I just hate it. I really do. Really do hate it because it's just not fair. It's like I gotta work what? It's either you're being overlooked or you gotta work 300 times harder, 3,000 times harder to get where they at. We're gonna keep it real, and we waiting on Keith. Keith, hit that messenger, hit that Zoom link, bro. If you listen to me, I'm gonna hit him up because he is a whole head. Let me see.
For what?
Slide. All right. Uh, First off, again, shout out to Speaking Facts with Jew Blacks coming through with the word Palm Mary.
Please.
Oh, man. It sounds like a last name.
It could be.
Julius Palmieri. Julius Palmieri Blackshear.
I don't have a middle name, but I'm gonna be at some palm trees eventually in the summer. Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro, man.
Yes, sir.
All
What you
right,
think
so
that's bad?
here's what we're
You
gonna
get
do.
so hostile on the broadcast. It's not even your turn anymore. Relax.
You're gonna get it after.
Hey,
Pause.
go ahead, bro.
The next segment is the next segment is something different with Ibn. But here's what we're gonna do. Before Ibn comes through, we're gonna listen to the House All Day tune, and I'm gonna see what I could do to get Keith up in the Zoom. All right.
Okay.
All
Oh.
right.
Oh.
Okay. There you go.
Look, talking out loud, but they don't hear me though. I got them spinning around, just like a merry-go. On God, I made it this far. It's a miracle. Using my words to let my wall down like Jericho. Here we go again. Try to put the weed down, I'm using it again. Easier to look for revert and revenge. Fucking open door, man, I'm taking it off the hinge. Cause I've been in the house all day, all day.
What is up, Purple Haze Nation? It is Vante Poems, and guess what? We got our very special guest here tonight, and he go by the name of Keith Brown. If you don't know, he is my cousin representing 315.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
One of the first black butchers in the New York State area. Yo, Keith Brown, what's good, my guy?
I love that. Yeah, I love that, man. Appreciate the intro, man. I appreciate the love, bro.
Of course.
That means a lot, man.
All
Definitely.
right. Listen, this next segment is also my best friend who grew up with the kid Ibn, and we like to call it something different with Ibn because he's always on his third eye, and this dude is always woke. Some of the questions he asks is almost. I'm not even gonna do that to him. Everybody should give it up for my guy.
Word. That's dope.
Yo, what's going on, Keith? How you feeling today?
Yo, just chilling, bro, man. Happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So I watched your interview, and I don't remember the handle, but I watched some of it, and I came up with some of the questions of my own. And I know you probably don't want to repeat yourself, but so I'm gonna throw in a little bit.
Yo, it's all good, bro. Yo, I don't mind repeating myself, man. Whatever we gotta do to get through it, man. It's all love.
I'm gonna have you introduce yourself to PurpleHaze Nation and our viewers. So I'm gonna let you do that first before I begin.
Yo, what's good, PurpleHaze Nation? It's your man Keith Brown, man, out of Utica, New York. Originally from Buffalo, New York. Shout out Vante Poems, my cousin, my family. Yeah, man, I just from afar, man, kind of been seeing you dudes rooting from the nosebleeds. And I like what y'all doing out here, bro. I like what y'all doing out here. And I thought this would be a great platform for me to reach an audience I wouldn't normally reach on the normal. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
sorry. No, I was just gonna say that the sound effects that you hear.
Yo, I'm feeling that.
it's elite. So when you hear that sporadically, it just means somebody just said some wild shit, and that was elite. All right, my fault, Ibn. Go ahead.
All right.
Absolutely.
When did you first begin to have this idea that you wanted to become a butcher?
Yo, honestly, man, it kind of just fell into my lap. It wasn't anything I really planned for. I was in the right place at the right time. I was like one of you dudes, man, just driven, goal-oriented, and I wanted to learn something new. And I was in the right place. Like I said, I started out at just a local butcher shop in a grocery store, a price shopper. And I was just a cleanup kid. I was just a kid that went there, you know what I mean, after school, pick up some hours. You know, we need cash in our pocket. You know, my deuce, she ain't gonna give you everything. You gotta earn that money. So I kind of just I took a liking to the trade. I seen what these guys were doing, and to be honest with you, money influenced me. It's a high paying trade, and it's a respectable trade. A lot of people, you know, they hold out a butcher or a meat clerk or a cutter to a higher standard in the grocery store. It's almost like a pharmacist or a store manager. Mm. So yeah, that's one of the main things that influenced me. I like that hoodie too. Shout out Malcolm McGill, that's my guy. Definitely influencing dudes, man. But yeah, like I said, man, I learned that I wanted to do something that could take me anywhere too. You know what I mean? And butchering and having a trade like that is needed in almost anywhere in the country. Anywhere you go, any state you go to, you almost have a guaranteed profession right away. So that was another thing that really it was intriguing to me, that I could bring it anywhere. You know, I could leave Utica. That was a big thing for me.
We have Connor Woods in the chat box saying hi. We are here for Keith and hi to Bo.
My man Connor was good, bro. Thanks for the love, baby. It's all love, man. 315, man. Upstate New York.
All right,
PurpleHaze Nation.
Can I ask a question, Ibn?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna pass it off to my co-host. We were muted for a second.
Oh, I was mute. My bad. Listen, I watched the interview as well. Amazing interview, by the way. I didn't know any of this about you, you know, and your family. This is just an amazing story. I too started off as a trade that just fell in my lap. Just starting off as a cleaner, actually under the table when I moved here to Canada as an immigrant because I couldn't work when I moved here with my wife. And my father-in-law had his own little cleaning business on the side, and he was one of the best. He was well respected. He was getting cleaning contracts without even having to put money down. They were just like, here. And he showed me the ropes, how to clean things in the fast way. And long story short, I'm now a superintendent for a condo building. I went from cleaner.
Yo, congrats. Yo, that's a power move. That's a power move, guys. Seriously, man, I'm proud of you, man. That's a good look.
Thank you.
Look.
So like still hearing your story, it sounds similar to mine. What were some of the hardships of you being in a position of power, being Black and being in the rooms full of older white men?
Bro, honestly, man, that's a great question, and I'm glad you brought that up. Initially, man, it was tough. I mean, but you gotta understand the family I come from and the way I was raised. There's a confidence level we have when we walk into a building or a room, and nobody's really gonna like deter that away from us. We're always gonna have that mindset. So yeah, initially, man, being young, Black, and having a lot of knowledge, the older gentlemen are definitely gonna feel threatened. They're gonna feel threatened either way, because I feel like I walk into a room and command respect. And the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, it's not about them respecting you, because I got enough respect for myself. So they're gonna get it eventually, and it'll just fall in line, bro. I mean, it's not as uncomfortable as you would think if you have that mindset, though. I mean, it's you gotta be mentally tough, man. You just gotta be mentally tough. You gotta have thick skin, and you gotta be able to like when your back's against the wall, make a move, man. Not panic. People are gonna say the wrong thing to you every day, anywhere, and it's how you react, man. So the work environment's the same thing. You gotta stay composed. You know what I mean? Like it's a simple recipe, man. Stay composed, stay hungry, and don't let nobody come between you and your money. You know what I mean? So I didn't care about these dudes being older white dudes. To me, I got put in a position because I earned it, and now I got to deliver. It's on you. You know what I mean? That's what it is, man. And dudes like I see that in you dudes. You guys got it. So don't let anyone tell you different.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
I appreciate that. Yeah.
You have a question?
I do have another questions, but
Yeah.
I don't want to take too much.
I wish we had more time, bro.
No.
We can chop it up
We do.
anytime.
We do. It's up. Listen, I do have another question. I'm gonna let one of my co-hosts ask.
Absolutely. Anything you guys want to know, man?
Okay, I have one. My name is Julius, by the way.
What's up, Julius?
One question I have for you is, who do you like when we're speaking about like what you do? Who do you want to inspire, or how do you want to inspire?
Really, that's crazy. I was just talking to my mom about this and about this interview that was about to happen. I wish I had a person like me when I was like 19, 20, like a 30-year-old black dude who kind of been through some stuff and is kind of smart and kind of driven, but he's still like in the middle of making mistakes, but growing from them and can kind of teach me and guide me. I want to reach that kid that's like me, that looks like me, that's standing in front of the store, don't got a car, he's walking to work, you know what I mean? But he's driven. He's walking to work every day, trekking in the snow, vehicle or not. Like, I want to reach that kid that I can kind of take under my shoulder. I don't have any younger brothers. I do know a lot of people younger than me. I do have a lot of younger cousins, and I want to inspire them, man. I want to let them know. I mean, I went to college, but it didn't work out for me. I had to choose another route, and I had to choose it fast. Because when you're young, that's prime time. You know what I mean? You gotta make it happen, regardless, sooner than later. So yeah, that's what I would say. Definitely, bro, for sure. That's a good question too, man.
Thanks.
What's good, Keith? My name's Tabo. How you doing?
Yeah, what's good, brother? How's everything?
Chillin'. My question is, I come from a family where, and it's not just our family, but it's also like society in general. It seems like we try to pressure kids to go into college. Like that's the only way to be successful. However, obviously there's other ways to be successful, like trading schools, be an engineer or be a converter.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about that environment, and how can we as a society change that mindset?
I think we as a society can change it in a major way. Start it out locally, like we do. I mean, there's BOCES programs in place for like high school kids who want to transition into that. But let's go further with that. You should even start teaching this at like elementary school. Like put a ruler in the kids' hands in elementary school, like teaching stuff like that from like at a younger age. I mean, you go to some other countries or you look it up and research it. Madagascar, like they're teaching their kids chemistry in like 3rd grade.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing different? Like, we got to change. We got to start it at the lowest level, and then build from there. I think, because that's where the foundation starts, man. And it takes a village. It's gonna take a lot of people, man. It's not an overnight thing. I wish I had a quick, easy answer for that. But I mean, hopefully us, more us and everyone who we touch and spark, whose brain we spark. I mean, it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen because it's crucial right now on the brink of like automation with like robots taking over the world. Like there's certain jobs that you'll always need people interaction with. People are always gonna want to deal with people. And I think I don't want to talk to a robot about anything. Not to sound crazy, but that's where we're going. Everything's online now. Automation, like you need a job.
Or Alexa.
Yeah, bro. Listen, it's easy. They said I heard Nas or Hope say it's easy, or what do you say? Easy to reach a mill. All you need is a skill, and then it's grind time. Him or Nas, one of them said that. Like, and then it's grind time. Literally, it's easy to reach a mill. I mean, it's easy for me to say that, but I mean that's the goal. Financial freedom, man. You know what I'm saying?
I really like that input.
I just want to say I'm blown away by your answers, bro. Like,
bro, honestly, I'm being fully transparent and honest with you guys because I care that you even put me on this platform right now to do so. If I came out and was just gonna be fake, that people see right through it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being honest with you guys, man. Because obviously Vante, that's my cousin. I love him, and I like what you guys are doing. But just out of respect to you guys, you know what I mean? He didn't ask questions when I said, "Yo, I want to kind of be involved." You jumped right to it out of respect for me, and you guys ran with it just off the voucher. So I mean, that's a good look. That just speaks to your character and you trusting in his character and judgment of me. So I appreciate that respect.
Goes both
Um,
ways, bro.
That's real.
the next question I have is, what are the industries that are open to you now as an experienced butcher? And do you see any upward mobility where you are right now? And also, just to add on to this question, do you see yourself being a business owner?
Just the first part of that question, I kind of can put it with the second part. There's actually a lot of movement with what I do as far as on the corporate level. Really, there's guys out there in the meat industry that go and travel these different companies and stores and make sure they're in compliance with like company initiatives and all like the detailed technical stuff. I could be a suit guy. I don't know if I'd ever want to be that. I almost want to be maybe at like an HR level, like identifying that right person, but still have my hands on the meat side. So you learn a lot of manager experience stuff and supervision stuff and how to manage people, have people work under you, because no two people are alike, and you got to kind of take them under your wing and show them the way, and that translates with any job as a manager, and that's some of the vital things you need. It's all people skills, like social cues and how to treat people and how to talk to people, your tone of voice. They'll teach you that when they bring you into corporate. Or like the manager seminars you got to go to, they want to mold you into you think you're a leader until you go into one of those manager seminars and they're like asking you all those personality questions. I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro. It'll blow your mind, man. It'll blow it. And none of it's got anything to do with your knowledge. It's just how you carry yourself. You wouldn't even believe. It's crazy. You think it's what you know, it's who you know and how you act, really. Honestly, I mean, that's, and then I don't know what the third part of the question was, but I want to go back to the part where I said you can take the job anywhere. Because I can't stress that enough. When you do learn a trade, it's one of those things that it's endless. There's no really true end game for a skill job. You'll always need a handyman. You always need like a hammer will never go out of style. You know what I mean? Like doing stuff with your hands will never go out of style. That's why we have them. Doing stuff with your hands it's essential. So I mean, I think like I said, we got to get it, teach people early, teach the kids earlier, and it starts with family too. Having strong family cores, being raised the right way, learning the fundamentals at home, and then translating them into the real world. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's where I'm at, fellas. But I'm at a headspace where it's like I said, I'm still trying to grow. Like you make mistakes and you grow from them. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Still trying to figure it out. No one's got to figure it out either. They tell you they do, they're lying to you. That's how I feel, man. Like you dude say, no cap, no cap. No cap on that, bro. But man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your interview, you explained how you keep a notebook about every little thing that happened. So what I want to ask you is two things. Is the first thing I want to ask you is what made you start doing that or begin to do that, and two, I want to ask what's the craziest thing in that notebook.
Yo, the notebook is crazy. A lot of people ask me about the notebook. Yo, the notebook was just for kind of like just to cover me, because I felt like when I first got the promotion, I kind of thought it was just, I didn't know how real it was. So I'm like, all right, listen, I'm gonna go into this training and I want to document everything. Literally, it was crazy, like OCD thinking, but I was like, I'm gonna write down everything that happens every day. If I don't get trained that day, at least I got to document it, what happened that day. So like, they're like, yo, so if I come out of this training not knowing everything, I got this shit documented every day. That's how crazy it was, because I wanted to learn everything. And if I didn't learn everything, it wasn't because I didn't put forth effort, because I got every day documented. That's how you gotta have a kind of a sick mindset sometimes for stuff like that. And if anything ever happened, so there were situations where stuff was said, or like little altercations, but just a little splatter back and forth. I'd write it down. just that happened next week. Hey, what happened with you and Mike last week? Actually, you know what I mean? I actually wrote that shit down, man. Some wild stuff happened. Can I talk to you in this? You know what I mean? Like, whatever the situation is, I had it documented, bro. Like that's just, and I kind of fell back from it, like doing it like every day because it got like redundant, but it was effective. I still go back to it sometimes because there were days I learned a lot, and those days were some of the best days if you look at that notebook. You know what I mean? Basically, just a journal, man. It's healthy to keep a journal. Yeah. You never know, like even if you're in music, stuff might come to you one day, like inspiration. I'd write down lyrics if I had my iPod at work in my break. I'd write down lyrics that day, whatever that day entailed. I just wrote it down. You know what I mean? If the chick smiled at me in aisle 4, I wrote it down. You know, like that's I'm telling you, bro, because I was real detail oriented, and I knew you got to be your own advocate. I wasn't gonna wait for these people to do it on their time. I was like, I'm getting everything out of this, and if I don't, shame on me. Like I want these people to know I'm taking this serious, man. They used to come in and see me writing in my notebook on the break room, and they wonder too, what's he writing? What's he writing? They used to think I was like some spy from corporate. Because I was like this well-dressed, well-spoken, like black dude. They looked at me crazy, bro. You know what I mean? And that's crazy because that's how I was raised, man, proper. You know what I mean? They didn't understand it. How's he smart? Like he's not sagging his pants, he's wearing khakis. You know what I mean? Like, it was different, bro. It was different, man. But yeah, the notebook, man, that's funny you mentioned that. That's everyone should do that too. You start a new job somewhere, don't do it every day like I did, but take notes. Or even if you start your own business, Julius, you got your business, take notes of the business you did, track your sales, check them next year. Like, during that pandemic, man, that was pandemic sales, but whatever, you know what I mean? Write stuff down, man. I'm telling you, it's crucial. It's crucial, man. Just for record keeping. I still got receipts, man. I learned this from my mom. I still got receipts from like a Jordans I bought in like 09. It's stupid, man.
Is the price still the same from back then?
You'd be surprised, brother. You'd be surprised. But yeah, no, I got receipts, man. Keep stuff like that, man. It's smart, just cause. Not even just cause you want to take it back, just cause you bought it. You know what I mean? It meant something to you. You spent some hard-earned money. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, bro.
You go.
I go? I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is
dope. This is dope.
This is like a 3-part question, but you could kind of answer. I was gonna ask, when did you start trading with your being a butcher, and then where you are right now? And then, I mean, just hearing you talk, you seem like a very smart dude and very detail oriented.
Yeah.
So I wanna know, pick your mind a little bit, where you think you're gonna be in 10 years from now with your career.
Yeah, so bro, I don't know if you've seen the video or not. I was at Price Chopper for almost 11 years. And I started out as a cleanup kid, worked my way up into learning how to cut, and then eventually management. And I was running the meat department for all the Utica stores in this area. Utica, South Utica, North Utica, New Hartford, Oneida Street, or Oneida, New York. I was going to Rome. They had me in Richfield Springs, Cooperstown. And what I would do was, like, every week I would float to a different store and manage that meat department. So it taught me exposure, like small store, little store, big store, like different clientele, different demographic. Like the people in Richfield Springs don't look like the people from South Utica. Like it's different customer base. And that's what teaches you though, that exposure. So yeah, I got to that point, and I eventually I kind of had a falling out with Price Chopper. Nothing like too toxic or negative. I just it was crucial for me as a culture. And I didn't really like the culture over there, where it was going. I was there almost 11 years, seeing the direction the company was going. They kind of talked down to you. I didn't like the culture. You know what I mean? It wasn't a winning culture. So I wanted to take my talents elsewhere, if you would. And I'm at BJ's now. I'm the head cutter at BJ's in North Utica. And right now, that's actually, I've been there for a little while now. an opportunity's already arisen, I might go back into the similar position I was in with Price Chopper, traveling and going to the different BJs around in the area, and just making sure they're in compliance with different company initiatives, and basically doing what I was at Price Chopper, man. They actually took me in with more money I was making off experience alone. I'm making more money an hour than I was at Price Chopper. So it's crazy, man. Like, and the jobs, they got BJs in Miami. Like, BJs are all over, bro. And it's wholesale. I eventually want to get to the corporate level, though, to answer your question. I want to get to a corporate level and be one of those guys that's coming around and helping. And, you know what I mean? Like I said, making sure everything's in compliance. That's my like end game goal. And then so you say 10 years? I say 5 years from now, I got my own butcher shop in Utica. So I got my own shop, literally, and then have family in it, running it, and like be like a sandwich deli joint. It's gonna be like a little like a diner, butcher shop type thing. And I'm gonna have all family running it. It's gonna be family ran. Just like that. That's actually sooner than later. You might look out for that. Look out for that.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you look out for that. I got some people who are reaching out to me and want to get involved with me as far as that goes. So that might happen, man. Maybe less than 5 years. You never know. I'll be my own owner. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's the goals, man. That's the goals. And then eventually teach my younger cousins and siblings and nephews and nieces how to cut meat. You know what I mean? Then they run the joint. You know what I mean? Like keep dropping that game, spreading that game. Like, because it didn't start in my family. I'll be the first. So I'm gonna start it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start it and keep it going and try and bring up the right one to be my successor. You know?
That's a dope vision.
Yeah, it's the goals, man.
Well, really appreciate you, Keith, for coming through. Eben,
bro,
you have any more questions for the God? For the King?
No. No, I think that's it. I wish we had more time though. I would definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, anytime, man. You guys want to bring me back? We'll chop it up about anything.
Yeah, let's do a part
music,
2.
Whatever.
Let's
do, man.
Let's talk about that.
Man. Yo, we talk music, sports.
We gotta get that PurpleHaze at Night album out, man.
Top five rapper.
Yeah, we gotta bring that music side out.
Damn,
there's a whole other side I can tap into. Yo, I can tap into another Keith Brown. They don't know. I can't let that out yet. But yeah. Shout out to you guys, though, man. I really appreciate you having me. Yo, this is dope, man. Yo, keep doing what you're doing. All for you, man.
You have any more shout outs and plugs that you want to say before we leave?
Yeah, yo, I just want to shout out to the family, man. I don't want to do any like corny shout outs for naming certain people. I want to shout out all my friends and family that love me, that care about me. And I hope everybody's, man, good and healthy and blessed. You know, it's been a crazy times we've been going through. So I hope everybody's smiling, man, just a little bit.
Facts.
That's a shout out to everybody.
What I'm going to do now is give Tabo, Eben, and Julius a time to give their shout outs because they're representing business and brands too.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Promote Black businesses and brands. And sorry, Tabo. Tabo is, you don't know this, is the same nationality as my wife and kids.
Okay, word.
So
word.
Tabo is also
That's
family.
what's up.
And he's grew up in Cornhill too, you know. So.
Absolutely.
so let's start with Tabo.
What's up? So I want to shout out to Dr. Elaine. She's been helping me set up events for Nomadic Voices. She also attended the one on Wednesday, Vante. Eben, you know who she is, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I also want to shout out to folks from Hamilton College, SUNY Poly, and UC, and folks from Florida for attending our event on Wednesday. We had a great turnout. And shout out to you, Vante, for pulling it up, making it really extra lit.
Bruh, it was lit. It wasn't just me. They were lit too. Like, they could have just sat there and said nothing. But my bad. It was a great vibe.
Facts.
Yeah.
Shout out Keith, man. Shout out everybody.
Yeah, I got my boy. I got the kid Nazi. I know y'all mess with Nazi.
Oh yeah,
shout
out
Nazi.
Oh,
It is hoodie, yo.
I have a blue one of those.
Yo, that wasn't even intentional either. That hoodie was out here. That's my boy though. He worked at Press Chopper. That's my boy. I fuck with him.
Yeah,
I fuck with Nazir.
Go ahead, Eben.
Shout out everybody that my co-hosts are gonna shout out. And can you check the chat box? Because I said whoever's watching, I'm gonna give them a shout out too.
Kalani, Joe.
Dang. Well, shout out everybody that's in the chat box.
All right, Julius.
Shout out to Dame Nugent. Shout out to Midas Midi. Shout out to Rel Ats. What is his name? Aesthetic Rel.
Can you change it again?
Yeah, change it again.
You gotta change it back.
Hercules. Shout out to the Denver Nuggets. Y'all did great in the trade deadline. Woo! Championship. Let's go.
All right, listen.
Shout out to my hairstylist.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the BJ's video you had too.
Thank
Shopping in the
you,
store.
yeah. That was pretty dope, right?
Yeah, my man. Yo, y'all probably working that day.
Yeah. That would have been cool to see you on the video.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
All
Yo,
right.
in due time.
Listen, I'm gonna close out with a brand new song that's not out yet. I've been previewing it all day, but I'll just play the whole record now. You can stay if you want, listen to it, or even give critique or feedback at the end, up to you. But this is what I'm gonna close out with. It's called House All Day. Let's get into it.
Look, talking out loud, but they don't hear me though. I got them spinning around, just like a merry-go. On God, I made it this far. It's a miracle. Using my words to let my wall down like Jericho. Here we go again. Try to put the weed down, I'm using it again. Easier to look for revert and revenge. Fucking open door, man, I'm taking it off the hinge. Cause I've been in the house all day, all day, all day, all day, all day, all day. I've been in the house all day, all day, all day, all day, all day, all day. I've been in the house all day. You can give without loving, but you can never love without giving. I stayed in detention, I never waited for permission. I was always on a mission. Whole party in the living room, me and Johnny in the kitchen, figuring out how to dish it. I remember when I didn't get tagged or mentioned. Now I'm all they ever mention. I'm calling Adam, I'm calling Paul. Someone tell me what Mitch is. At Birmingham room with some bitches. Never mind, forget it. I'll be in the house all up, down, turn around. There's a pile of problems. I just lost my job and my music still ain't pop yet. Look at my wife in the eyes, it's getting a little bit harder. I just need an entree to make an equal dollar. So holla if you feel me or just shut up. There's liberty in struggling, it's not just us. I get it though, rich kids, all these bills, I'm broke. Yeah, so I'm in the crib trying to figure out this shit. Cause here we go again. Try to put the weed down, I'm using it again. Easier to look for revert and revenge. Fucking open door, man, I'm taking it off the hinge. Cause I've been in the house all day, all day, all day, all day, all day, all day. I've been in the house all day, all day, all day, all day, all day, all day. I've been in the house all day.
All right, I appreciate you guys for listening through that. All right, y'all stay blessed. His phone, I'm pretty sure his app might die. But y'all stay blessed. I appreciate you guys for rolling through here on PurpleHaze at night. And and remember, we are kings and queens. Lego.
Alright, Vante.
Gotta be easy.
Pay for pussy now is what she's saying to me. I'm so stupid, but she used to this. Saying everything to but who it is. I have no good excuse for the things that I do. Low key on a high note, more lies, yeah I know. I'm shy, I'm subtle. Respect goes a long way. Cliche, yeah I know. Where you go is where I go. Long as you stay, girl, I will never stay away. Stay away. Ain't gonna talking out loud, but they don't hear me though. I got them spinning around, just like a merry-go. On God, I made it this far. It's a miracle. Using my words to let my wall down like Jericho. Here we go again. Try to put the weed down, I'm using it again. Easier to look for revert and revenge. Fucking open door, man, I'm taking it off the hinge. Cause I've been in the house all day, all day.
Appreciate that. Y'all stay blessed.